Aloha, worlds, and welcome to another episode of The Queer and the Queen. I'm Jacobi, act like you know me, Jones, and today I have two of my favorite queens back in the house with me. Welcome back to the show, you guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey y'all,
How
good to
you
see y'all.
doing, Daddy?
Oop, oop, shit,
It's
oop,
up,
oop. I just kicked my whole table.
You should
All
leave
right
that in.
now.
Leave.
Okay, so on today's show, you guys, we got some few trending topics I want to talk about, and we will start with the topic of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in this amazing, ridiculous, outlandish shitting on beds trial. First, what do you think? And then I can give you some details.
What do
Carlos,
you think, girl? I'm gonna go ahead and be a gentleman and let the ladies go first because I'm not a lady right now.
I cannot believe what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, and it's this mega stars on their level, well, Johnny Depp's level, I want to say. Like, I would have never thought I would see this much intimate detail to his life, which is kind of sad to watch in a way because of his addiction and like everything that has transpired. So those scenes do make me sad and makes me uncomfortable watching it. But when I heard that she actually took like a crap on the bed, that was it for me. I think that was the last time I actually tuned in because I couldn't believe adults were acting like this.
oh, so I mean, what do you think, Carlos?
I was gonna say, wait. So I don't know too much about this. I've seen clips or whatever. Did she take a shit on the bed purposely?
Yeah.
She said it was a joke.
Yeah,
right?
She did it. Well, I mean, of course she says it was a joke, but that's not a joke though. It's hard. I mean, she crazy. Okay. So what happened was basically they were in a relationship.
That's
it was
nasty.
toxic as fuck, right? They were like,
Right.
you know, she was the crazy one. So she was obsessed with Johnny. And she did all this she worshipped him. Like she got in this relationship with him and she worshipped him. She would like be at home when he would get home from whenever he was filming. He said she would be there on her knees with like wine and like something for him to eat. And like literally she was like being his concubine or whatever you want to call it, right? And then he started getting controlling and like because she was allowing it, and all of a sudden she stopped liking it, and then their relationship started going into different spaces, and they started like trying to stay together but not, and it was just toxic, right?
So and she was recording him without his consent.
He was recording her, but see, there's some places like in the state of Hawaii, you don't have to have people's consent. You can record whoever you want to. So
no, but it just shows how shady she is, though.
Right? It does show
that's the thing.
Like, absolutely, I do agree. Definitely. So then she went to do an interview for People Magazine. So they separated, and he gave her $8 million in the separation.
Yes.
Then she went to People Magazine and she tried to play, the Karen white woman. Oh, feel sorry for me.
I'm in distress.
This was my experience and blah, 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 blah. But I won't say who it was, but everybody knew who she was talking about. So then Johnny lost Pirates of the Caribbean and he watched Fantastic Beasts. And he decided to sue her for $50 million for defamation. So then she's countersuing him. She ain't got it. He know that she ain't got it. He's deliberate. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He's doing this to destroy her because she destroyed him. He's like, okay, so you wanna go out and you want to say these things about me and then ruin my career? Well, let's go. Because I can easily spend $10 million on lawyers and not care about it. You know what I mean? So this is really just a petty ass situation. But the shit we are learning, I some of it you don't want to know. You know what I mean?
It's too much. And also to what I really thought was like, okay, I don't know who was advising her, but they really should have said, you know what, just let's take the high road, Amber, if that's what you want to call it, and just let's dismiss this. Because I don't know if you saw the episode or the session that they did, Jacobi, when they were asking about her donation, the $8 million that she pledged $4 million to the Children's Hospital and then $4 million somewhere else, the total $8 million because she didn't want Johnny's money. And then come to find out she never gave the $4 million. Elon Musk gave $500,000 each to both charities that she had pledged the $4 million each to. So she never really fulfilled that pledge. And then she was like, no, like I promised to fulfill it, but Johnny keeps on suing me. Really?
Yeah, she's a. I mean, the thing is, when I've the pieces that I have watched, you can really just see that she is a psychopath.
Oh yeah,
definitely. And
definitely.
She is literally just they're like Johnny is doing this because he's like, bitch, you trying to destroy me, so I'm gonna get you back. And she's doing it because she's a psychopath.
So no, what I was saying is that I think she has a borderline personality disorder. Honestly, she's just definitely out there and definitely not taking her medications. That's just my assumption, of course. I don't know. I've never assessed her to know, but that's just the feel I get.
You just did. You assessed her.
Anyway,
she's been assessed.
Them. Like I am so through with them. Yeah, I'm over them.
Okay.
Well, I'm Team Johnny.
I'm Team Johnny all the way.
Me too.
Okay. So Nick Cannon has come out and made the statement that he doesn't think he's built for marriage. Now, I actually was just having a conversation this morning with a relative of mine, and I was just like, Nick Cannon is the most lovable dog I've ever met in my life. Now, I've never met him, but I've ever seen in the public eye. Like, I think he's a very lovable, cool ass person, but he's a dog when it comes to women. Wow. And when I say dog, I mean it in the sense of, every woman you get, you're just using them to pass the time until you get bored and you move on to the next woman. And you're not, I don't know, because I'm not in the room with him, if he's totally honest about that, because it seems like I just have such a hard time with what he's doing, because it's like you having all these babies, but you can't be everywhere at one time.
The reason why he's having all these babies is because he has some type of sickness, disease that he's going through. And you don't know how long he's going to live. So
I think he wants some bone. I think he's trying to create bone marrow until he get a baby with some good bone marrow, and then he can fix his illness, is what I think.
What illness I don't know. Do you have that you guys know of? What is the illness? What is this mystery illness?
He's had it for a while.
He has an autoimmune disease.
Yeah, autoimmune disease. Yeah.
Wow. I don't feel like these women are being used. I don't feel like they're being used at all, because if you're now baby mother number 4, 5, 6, 7, how are you being used? Like, he has shown his pattern.
I mean,
so how are you being used? So no, these women are not victims in the least, but I don't believe that.
I don't think the women are victims. They are willingly being used. Absolutely. Yes. That doesn't mean that he's not using them, though. That's what I'm saying. As a dog, like a dog will go around a neighborhood and fuck whatever he wants to fuck. And these other dogs might know that he's fucking all these other bitches up the block. But that still don't make him less of you're just using people to pass the time.
I don't know that.
But maybe they're using him.
I don't agree.
Nick Cannon has made a statement that if you ever have my baby, you should never have to work again. So the women are using him to be like, you think I'm beautiful? I'll pop a baby out for you.
I know he was worth that much money because
he really, this is the thing. I think he worth like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, maybe 100, something like that.
No, probably like 20.
No. Nick Cannon owns Wilding Out. I mean, come on.
Right, and
he has a lot of jobs.
Has a lot of kids. He got.
But this is the thing. He has children with people. I mean, I don't think that he's just smashed.
Approximately $30 million, and this is just approximately. We don't really know,
right?
That sounds about right.
Which is probably 60. Most of the time, these things actually double. But in my opinion, I'm sure he's not stupid, right? Like he isn't just going around fucking random bitches and getting like.
Yeah, of course not.
Because he ain't coming to my house.
But he's not using condoms with certain women because he has a conversation and they know. I mean, he can have a baby. You can have a baby with Nick Cannon, and he can probably set you up and pay you, $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year and most bitches will be happy with that. If he has,
I'm a basic bitch. Sorry.
I couldn't be a part of it.
So this is the thing, is that I really don't. I believe that he is having a conversation with these women, and these women are not naive, because, like I said, they have seen the pattern thus far, so they know what they're getting into with Nick. And whatever the conversation is, I applaud them for having that conversation. And I don't think anyone is really blindsided, like another baby mother or like a new girlfriend. So in that aspect, I do respect him a lot, because I think that he is strategic in picking out the mother of his children. He's having conversations, and there must be legal documents somewhere in the background that we're not seeing, that we're not aware of, that they're okay with this setup, this arrangement, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. The only thing I feel is a disadvantage is that there's so many children in different households, and I don't know, and we're not privy to that information. How does quality time happen with dad, with mom, with my siblings? How does that occur? Yeah. How do we go to recitals and to games? And how do you not cheat one child out of, even when I have 4 kids here at home, sometimes it is difficult to manage one-on-one time with them, right? And I know he's
they're home,
very busy, and they're home. So imagine having all these women in different homes. And as you guys know, I'm polyamorous, right? So I think he could be a single polyamorous person that he dates other people openly, and they all know of each other. And
he's just a dog.
Pregnant. I don't think he's a dog. That's fair.
I don't think so either. Yeah. I don't think he's a dog.
What do you think then?
If you put your hand on fire, if you put your hand on fire and you get burned, bitch, you knew what the fuck you was getting into. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that they know what the tea is, and he's having these babies so he can leave a legacy. Now, the whole I think time with them thing, I don't know.
I think the dilemma of the dog statement is y'all taking it in a different way than I'm trying to say it, because I'm just saying that he's a dog in the sense of you don't really want to be with any of these people, and you just going around smashing whatever you want to, and like you don't really care about, like,
is he forcing himself to fuck them raw, or this allowing it?
But then it's a tricky situation. I was gonna say this isn't like love or whatever, but then that's my definition. I'm talking about my concept of love, and it's not fair to throw my views on him. It's just rough. All I know is I do not like what he is doing, and I really feel for those children. I really, really feel for those children, because, like I said, he can't be everywhere at one place. But speaking of families and children, Carlos, the Kardashian wedding just happened. Kourtney and what's his name again? I know his name is Travis Barker, right?
Yeah.
Travis Barker
got married in Italy. Tell us the tea, Carlos, because I know this is your topic.
I love them. Listen, Kourtney has been waiting for this since Scott, and we know how that was going. So good for her, girl. Do what you got to do. Go get married. She's a fucking millionaire. So is he. Live your life. The wedding was so punk rock. I lived for it. I love the whole black and red colors of the wedding. And yeah, she seems happy as fuck. The only thing with them is it gets weird with the PDA. It's not going to last. PDA.
They're not going to last.
I know you were saying that
they're not going to last. PDA. Yeah, it's because they're. I think they're not going to last because right now they're in this like infatuation, obsession phase with each other, and they're in this high and this euphoric space of like loving each other in this crazy level, and that shit's gonna die down. And then once that dies down, you get bored, and then you get resentful, and then you don't want to, and it's not gonna last.
Well,
I
hope it does.
Let me ask you, anyone that gets married, I really do hope that it does last and it's something that they want and work really hard for. My question to you, Carlos, is that how do you feel about this rumor that Travis actually moved to Calabasas to be close to Kim Kardashian and not really Kourtney?
What?
Well, listen, here's the tea.
Let me sip my peach tea.
Hello. A couple years ago, they were saying that Travis had a crush on Kim first.
I didn't hear this.
Yeah. But I don't know. Kim is with what's his name? SNL guy.
Pete.
So
Big Pete. Big Pete.
He's like, Pete.
Let's not even start with that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't believe that. I think that they're in love and let them be in love. Whatever. I mean, they're trying to have a baby. Yeah. Now, if you see the show, they've been trying to have a baby. She's not pregnant yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's not working. She had like one follicle that was good, so good luck to them. I think they make a great couple. They look good together. They look so good, and their kids are all beautiful.
I do think they look really good together. But I also think that it's like psychotic infatuation, and like I really think that like the same thing with Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Like y'all in this like crazy euphoric worship space, but then it's gonna come to a point where reality sets in, and that high is gonna come down, and you're gonna get bored with each other, or you're gonna get annoyed.
Let them enjoy the ride while it lasts. Right. That's what I say. You know what I mean? And just go for it. At least they have these great memories and great times now. And if it crashes and burns later, so be it. But for the meantime, enjoy the ride. That's what I say.
I totally agree.
But you know what? Let me say this. I secretly do want Kourtney to get back with Scott.
So like, Scott, speaking of Scott, Scott was in Vegas partying it up while they were in Italy getting married. With some models. Smoking cigarettes in a bar and like he just.
So wait a minute. This is the thing. Yes, we could feel bad for Scott. It's sad, but Scott,
I don't feel bad.
Oh, okay, you don't. Okay, great. So Scott,
I'm half and half.
Scott is where he is because of himself. He did not want to commit. He did not want to get married, and Kourtney knew what she wanted, and she moved on. And I don't blame her.
And he had extreme addiction issues. Like he took her through a lot of shit. He would disappear and go, like he would disappear for like, 3 days, a week and go on these benders in Vegas or in some other country allegedly and just not answer no one's phone call and then show back up looking like
cheat on her,
coked out, fucking orgies, and then come back acting like nothing happened, saying I'm sorry, I need help. Like
I know.
Yeah.
The thing is, a mistake is something you do once, maybe twice, but if you do it all the time, girl, that's just a part of your life.
It's a habit.
These Kardashian women have a way of attracting injured souls, injured beings. If you look at who, Kim has been with, who Kourtney has been with, who Khloe has been with. I won't really say for the Jenner girls because they seem to be doing very, very well as far as partners are concerned. But the Kardashian girls, they definitely seem like they have an attraction to people that are emotionally wounded.
So I just I just said that I didn't say, I just saw that Caitlyn Jenner made a statement about Kim Kardashian saying that she had a really difficult time in her marriage with Kanye West, but now she's in a very happy space with Pete because Pete is great to her. And all I think is she's just continuing to try to just be relevant.
Yes.
Continue to try to be relevant.
Yes. Like
Caitlyn?
Yes.
Oh yeah. She said in an interview that there's people that are like pretending to be trans. Like they're just putting out there, I'm trans, and that's not the situation or whatever. I'm like, girl, Caitlyn, you've been trans for 2 seconds. Now all of a sudden you know everything. Let me not even.
It makes my eye twitch. I just can't. Okay. United Airlines had to fire one of their agents because he got into an altercation with Brendan Langley in the airport. Allegedly, Brendan was walking through the airport. This dude knew who he was, and he followed him, harassing him, antagonizing him. They have the footage of the airport, the security footage, calling him a dick, a pussy, a punk ass bitch, and Brandon sought out help, like, hey, y'all, like somebody come get this dude, somebody call security, and nothing happened. And then he just got fed up, and the dude like tried to put the Dukes up to like fight him, and Brendan gave him the old bang-a-line and beat his ass in the court. Brendan got arrested. The dude got to go back to work, but then he got fired the next day because it went viral. A couple hours later, actually, I'm sorry, because it went viral on social media. But initially their response was not to fire him, right? But what do you guys think of this whole situation?
Child, I think that the workers are getting sick of these motherfuckers.
Well, did you hear what I just said though? The worker harassed him because he didn't like his.
But is that
He's an
Is
ex
that
NFL.
a fact?
Yes, it's on security footage. He followed him around the airport talking shit to him until he got like he wasn't even that wasn't even the gate that he was working at. He literally was like follow him around, talk shit, and then the dude saw out like, can somebody call security? They didn't, and then it escalated, and he got arrested.
Well,
so why was he arrested?
What was his charges?
Yeah, why was he arrested? Like, why did they arrest the football player, the ex-NFL player?
Well, because he was black.
I don't know the full scoop of it, and that's the reason why I'm asking.
I believe his charges was like assault and battery or something like that, but I'm not sure the exact charges. But he got arrested for he beat up someone in the airport, so it has to be like disorderly conduct, assault and battery, something like that.
Yeah,
and then he got arrested, and the dude got fired, and then he is playing for some team called CFL and some Calgary something like off the NFL team, and they suspended him indefinitely is what they said. They didn't fire him, but he's been suspended indefinitely.
Oh my goodness, what a ripple effect. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know the full story, where it began, where it ended. Well, I saw where it ended. The guy ended up having like blood all over the place, but I don't know what led up to it or anything like that.
Was he hospitalized? Did he beat him up that bad? Because I didn't see the end.
He still stood up after he got knocked down, and he was still coming towards him. Like, and the guy was like, you want more? Like, someone please get him away from me, kind of thing. And then the guy walked away. So he got up and he was still being, a jerk. So it wasn't a hard enough hit, in my opinion, if he got up and he still wanted to talk crap. So I didn't watch this from the beginning, so I don't know.
These sports fanatics really can be something to the extreme.
With Mike Tyson and the guy on the plane that was being, totally aggressive.
Saw that. So with that, that dude was drunk, and he deliberately like the video footage. Like, there's a person across the aisle filming him, and he's talking to the camera, and then like fucking with Mike, like, watch, I'm gonna piss him off. Like that was his goal, was to piss off Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he wanted to be blessed by those hands, honey, and he was blessed with them.
Yes, he was.
And Mike kept saying, "Stop it, stop it."
No, don't do that. Oh my God, Carlos.
Stop.
You're right. That's what he said. You're absolutely right.
Please stop. I'm kidding. Let me stop, because Mike Tyson be in Miami, and that's where I live. So I might be his Uber driver one day. So I hope you don't see this.
Yeah,
I might.
You're so funny. Well, hopefully these people at the airports get their shit together and stop harassing people. These sport fanatics need to understand that it is just a game, and you do not own them because you are a fan. I have been to games before, and the way they be screaming at these players is just like, I don't know how you can handle it. Like, it's just
well, look at the basketball player that his mom and his wife was harassed in the stands by a fan. That basketball player that it recently happened, maybe about 3 weeks ago, that the fan was like harassing his mom and his wife. I think maybe it was like Mother's Day weekend or something like that. I think of the
That's
name
an ass whooping.
Right.
That's an ass whooping right there.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I agree, Jacobi. Fans need to be fans and understand that these people are still human beings behind their roles in the public eye, and that we should give them space. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is true. I will link all of us together. I'll have Miss Nice Nasties. I'll have Carlos' link and information. So love yourself, as we always say here, you guys. And don't forget to smile.